The #1 selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, onabotulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Can I just start with something that remarkable that's happened today?
Go on.
You made a dinner, and it was amazing. That's the amazing bit of it. Of course, you make food so often. It's like the nicest thing ever. Sunday lunch.
You sound surprised.
I'm shocked, actually, to my bones.
I do cook sometimes.
Like, what? Like once, what?
Because be careful now.
Once,
be careful, Chris.
A cycle, and let's say a cycle is every 6 weeks? Is that fair?
Right, I'm not cooking anymore. That's it.
For another 6 weeks.
You're done.
Well, I loved my final meal from you, so thank you very much.
Last time on the Work-Wife Balance podcast, it all kicked off.
And
Up yours, Mum.
Can I just quote that? That's the quote of the podcast so far. Up yours, Mum.
When they sit down to watch their series, Mum and Dad will go, right, put on the, what's its name? It's nearly finished. And they go, I don't think we're watching the right bloody series.
Like, if you've peaked and you've hit the pinnacle, do you know what the word for the opposite is?
What?
The nadir.
Oh, God.
We've nadired out.
This is when people start switching off. Quick, next topic.
End the podcast.
Right, get on with it.
I bet you haven't even noticed, have you?
What do you mean?
What's different about the house?
You've cleaned it?
What specifically have I done?
It's like a quiz. Why am I getting quizzed? What have you specifically done? I bet you've like sprayed something. I bet there's like a new smell that I just haven't realised. Is that what
Do
it
you
is?
think cleaning is just spraying shit? I don't just go around the house and just spray things.
Spray it with bleach. Spray it with
bleach.
Spray it with polish and wipe it.
It looked very different if I sprayed it. Sprayed it with bleach.
No, the toilet. Put some bleach in it. The shower. Spray it with shower anti-cleaner. Isn't that right?
No.
What have I missed?
I have got the feather duster out. No, Chris. No.
When that came from Amazon, I was like, what?
So I've done all the ceilings.
Well,
All the cobwebs
I'm
are
not going
gone.
to look in the corners, am
I've
I?
done all the skirting boards.
No, I know what you've done. You've repainted the walls again, haven't you?
It's a bit...
You're obsessed with the walls.
Yeah.
When I came home, there was a mini tray, and I'm guessing you used a mini roller, did you?
It's the cutest thing in the world.
And what were you doing?
B&Q, you're doing good.
Like rolling round all the walls?
It's like it's cute. It's a little mini roller. And I thought, well, every so often I go round and top up the walls. So if there are any scratches or marks...
Is this what you do when I'm out?
I get my mini roller out.
I've been at work all day, and you have been...
You haven't even noticed? What do I do it for?
Do you feel happier?
Yes.
Well, that's what
Come on then, let's be having your questions.
Should we start with some questions this week? We've had quite a few questions from people.
Questions?
Yeah.
What do people want to know?
Let's do a little mini Q&A here.
All right, then.
Okay, so TC on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Tupcat. TC. I used to watch that as a kid, did you?
Yeah.
I love it. He lived in a bin. Just saying, he needed you to go around and like tidy it all up. Anyway, TC on Twitter says, how were you getting on with the new neighbours? This is because I put a picture up online about me playing my new guitar amp very loudly.
Oh, we just had a bit of a bicker about that, haven't we? Because, ladies and gentlemen, right?
Here we go.
Chris is obsessed with his guitars.
Yeah.
And he's bought a new amp.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
The one that Slash uses.
Now these amps, they're not tiny. They're freaking massive.
You made me send back the biggest cabinet that
Yeah,
I
because it was
ordered.
made for stages, not for houses.
Yeah, but I could have turned it down a little bit
So now you've replaced that one,
with a half-stage one.
but you haven't sold or got rid of the old one. So now the old one is actually beneath our feet, just lying there.
Kick my old amp. It's very expensive, that, so
It's not expensive because it's broken.
kick it gently. Might sell it. Who knows?
No, not who knows. If it's not done in 2 weeks, I'm chucking it.
Oh, it's okay, fine. But Tim says, how are you getting on with the new neighbours? So this is breaking news in our world.
Oh, yeah.
The neighbours on the right, okay, who we knew were leaving, just announced this week, oh, we're off on Friday.
2 days ago.
See you, bye.
Yeah.
We were like, whoa, what do you mean you're off on Friday? They said, oh, we've got to move. Like,
I think they heard the podcast and heard that we'd painted them on top of the fence.
they heard that my new amp and they were like, nah, let's get out.
See ya.
So
I'm very sad, though, because they were a lovely family. We actually really loved them a lot.
and they've gone, and then we have new neighbours.
Yes.
It's been a busy week for us.
Yes.
Let's be honest with you. The whole road when there's new neighbours, and we noticed it when we
The
moved
guy
in.
across the road, man. Oh.
He is the curtain. He's the curtain twitcher of curtain twitchers.
Every road's got one. You obviously like have a little look. Just a little. You don't stare, but you think, oh, just have a little look outside, right? There's always the guy across the road who's just always there. It's quite worrying, actually. He's in a different window each time. You think,
a different
shit,
angle.
he's there. God, he's there. Even when I'm not looking at anything, I just like look out the window.
Pops
God,
up,
he's there.
He just pops up, doesn't he? Maybe we should put our blinds down a bit more. Before looking in. He is I like the phrase curtain twitcher because it beautifully describes.
But he's
what
not a
people-
curtain twitcher. He just stares out of the
Yeah.
window so everyone can see.
He's more like a statue that just stands.
It's scary, man.
He's like, if I don't move, they can't see
We're going to
me.
get another complaint from another neighbour. We better swiftly move on.
No, it's fine because I'm just trying to increase our listenership. So we've got one neighbour already listens now. So if we talk about this one, he'll probably get the message. And we'll get the new ones on board soon. So when we moved here, the old people literally left some booze in the fridge. Very nice, right?
Yeah,
And I thought, oh, that's amazing.
that's really nice. Yeah, they left a bottle of wine in the fridge, which I thought was really nice.
It's a nice gesture. So now we have new neighbours. So we gave them some booze, but they don't have to give us booze. Is that the rule?
Why would they give us booze?
To get on our good side?
No, they don't give us booze.
Why not?
But why? We're welcoming them to our neighbourhood.
Yeah, and then they can say, thanks for having us to the neighbourhood.
What, just give us back the Prosecco we gave them?
It does actually happen with some of your friends. Like, you will give them a bottle of wine for their birthday, and then when it's your birthday, they'll give you a bottle of wine. And at Christmas as well. Like, the net impact is that everyone might as well just keep their bottle of wine because there's no point because you're all just giving each other. It's like your family sometimes at a birthday. It's like, here's 10 quid, and then you go, well, here's 10 quid for you. Everyone should just keep their money.
And that's why you have no friends.
So I don't get any presents. So this one comes in from Pluto 2884.
How do people pick these names?
I just don't know.
Okay.
Pluto says, what is the most pointless thing that the other person has bought?
Oh, where do I start?
Now, hang on a
Pluto?
second. So
where do I start?
Is this what I think?
I have got loads to say on this.
So is this what I think that you've bought that's pointless?
Both. I think it's both.
Go on. You obviously got something you want to say.
Oh, I've got loads of stuff.
Go on then.
You buy pointless shit all the time. I would say 75% of
my purchases.
75% of what you have in this house that belongs to you, I think is pointless.
What, like guitars?
No, they bring you some joy and happiness in life.
Comics?
They're pointless. If I had my own way, I'd probably bin half your stuff.
You have binned some of my
I
stuff
know I
before.
have. I've got it down.
I had my favourite jacket, and what did you do?
I'll bin that. That was awful though.
You didn't even
It
ask.
makes you look like an old man.
I didn't even ask that. You just binned my jacket.
Yeah, but it was fucking awful, mate.
Yeah, but it was my jacket.
But you look better now because of it. Anyway.
I can't find it again.
Well, no, because it's gone to a charity shop.
Oh, I thought you binned it.
No, I recycled it. I sent it to the charity shop.
Hang on, so someone could be walking around in Epping with my jacket.
Looking like an old man, yeah. For them.
I'm going to keep a bloody eye out for that now. If I see him, I'm going to go, excuse me, mate, sorry, I know you think that jacket's yours, but my
This
wife
is
binned
causing
it.
me anxiety, right? What about your graduation cloak
Yeah.
that you have
You can't...
hung up in that wardrobe and it's collecting dust?
you can't throw away a graduation.
When are you going to wear that again? You've also got clothes, right, that you used to wear when you were 16 years old. You'll never fit back in those clothes.
I'll give it to our child.
No.
When it graduates. It's a real family heirloom.
Why do you keep things? You're never going to fit in those trousers that you wore when you were 16.
I might do.
You won't. They're like a size 34, mate.
I might remake them into another item. You know, like people upcycle clothes. Can make them into another jacket that you can throw away in the bin.
You could give it to a charity shop.
I want them. They're mine. But you're the sort of person who deletes all your emails.
So if you text me...
that message isn't going to last very long, is it?
No,
There's
gone.
no record of any messages that anyone's ever sent you.
No, because I don't like clutter.
Do you know how many unread emails I have? And okay, a lot of them are saved from...
Don't.
No, but a lot of them, I wouldn't... Like, I see them and I don't bother to read them. They're all, like, procedural, right? But you would be deleting that. Because I tell you how many unread emails I've got now.
Shall I tell you
3,279.
I'm getting sweaty. I'm genuinely getting sweaty.
Stop sweating all over this podcast.
Do you know how many emails I have that I read, but like that? How many?
Save?
No, how many emails I've got overall?
No.
20.
They must be bloody important.
They are. I don't save emails or texts.
But isn't it a lot of admin to have to keep deleting them all the time?
No.
You like it, don't you?
Clutter free. It's like my house. Our house. Sorry.
This is the thing. Sometimes, even now, still, right?
Yeah.
You forget I live in this house.
No, I don't.
No, you do, because
don't.
like if you're in the shower, let's say, and I walk in to clean my teeth, you go, "Whoa, you scared me." I'm like,
well, I can't throw you out as well as the rest of the stuff.
well, no, I think you probably would if you could. I'm going to say one for you.
Go on.
Those bloody show cushions that you have, right? This is something I've never understood.
Show cushions.
Right. On the bed,
Yeah.
you've got your pillows.
Yeah.
We've got, let's say, 4 pillows for the
Yeah.
sake of argument, and then you've got a duvet.
Yeah.
And then, on top of all of that, you've got like a special grey cushion
Yeah.
in the middle. Why?
To put on top of the other cushions.
Am I allowed to rest my head?
No.
Right.
You're not allowed to touch
What-
them.
So when I'm going
You're
to
not allowed to
sleep,
breathe on them. I tell you every time
is-
not to use that cushion.
why am I not allowed to use the show
Because
cushion?
it's a caramelin cushion, and
So what's the point
if you
in
get
it?
all of your saliva all over it, I can't wash it.
You say that everything in this house has a purpose.
It does.
That cushion doesn't
to look
fulfill.
good.
No, it doesn't fulfill its primary function. It's like having a toaster that's just for show. Don't use the toaster. It just looks like we have a toaster. Don't use the coffee machine. It's just so people think we make coffee. Who's it for show for?
Me. It pleases me.
Okay, so that's the most pointless
Happy
thing.
wife, happy life.
Yes. Ian's been on and he says, that morning that you listened to one of your favourite Monday podcasts, one of your favourite, anyway.
Excuse me.
And he says, your tweet from the previous week gets read out. I've picked myself up off the floor and recovered. Thanks, work-life balance, for the jump start. And then he also says, referencing last week's show, I'm now off to watch the TV series before my wife gets home. Series before my wife gets home, yeah. That's a nice, but now he's got 2 in a row.
Yeah? Yeah. Do you think people just binge listen to us?
Yes, I do actually. Maybe that's because they want more content, but I'm telling you what, you don't want the bits that we cut out.
We don't really cut out a lot though.
Just mostly you saying the word basically.
Basic. I mean, if Chris didn't do it, I think you get more basicallys in there.
You get 40-minute podcast.
You better have subscribed by now.
We've got a message from Paul Brooks who says, for next podcast, how about, is it okay to take your shoes off to read the news when you operate stuff under the table by foot? Just noting Leigh from Southeast last night on the 27th. I often no opinion, just feels like a topic. Look, right, let me explain.
Right, go on then.
Let me explain. So obviously I present at loads of stations.
Someone said, by the way, on Twitter, someone who's rotoring you must hate you because they've like rotoring you all over the country. And I was like, no.
No, I offer to do that.
They're
I
your
want
extras.
to do that.
Yeah, they're like, whoever's in charge of the rotor is an idiot. And I was like, no.
I'm the idiot. I just like to work. So sometimes when you present on telly, you have a little foot pedal for your auto cue.
And what does that do?
So it moves the words when you're reading. And that's because we don't have anyone to do it.
Right.
It's
It's like driving a car then,
Yeah.
in a weird way.
Exactly.
How many pedals do you have?
1.
Okay, so you can only get it so wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at Southeast today, right, they have a nice wide shot where it includes your feet. So like a really wide shot when you're sitting on the couch. And sometimes I take my shoes off because I can't seem to work the pedal with my heels on.
Well, it's hard with the heel, and if you're sitting down, I imagine it's quite hard to move
it is.
the auto cue.
So what always tends to happen is I do a bloody amazing bulletin, smash it, and then I forget during the weather that I've taken my shoes off, and then they roll the credits and you see me without any shoes on.
With a big wide shot, and then
With a
there's
big wide
a couple
shot.
of shoes under you.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got like...
I'm like, see ya.
I'm going to bed now. I'm done. Oh, sorry, I forgot. No, tell the true story of the heels though at that workplace particularly.
Well, I hope nobody's going to listen though from South East today. I always forget my shoes. I've got a pair of shoes in your locker at work at London.
Yeah, the yellow ones.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, why have you got heels in them? Like, because that's what I like to wear.
on a Friday
On
night.
a Friday, exactly.
You've also got a toothbrush and like a hairbrush in there.
Yeah, I need it all.
And then at Lucky's, I've got most of my wardrobe there.
Yeah.
But I always forget to take my shoes to South East today. So I nick them. I nick someone else. I don't know who
There's
it is.
like a communal pair of shoes that you just keep borrowing.
I just keep borrowing them.
Do they fit you?
No, they're like size 7s. It's like wearing my mum's heels. So whoever's heels they are, they're very nice.
And what would you like to say? You'd like to say, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that I'm borrowing your shoes. My feet don't smell. Remember when we talked about ages ago about people offering to give you shit that you don't want? We know a lot of people who just kind of say, here, I've got this, like, let me bring it round, and they
Like
bring
the
it round.
metal ice cubes that you were given that didn't work. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
keep them in the freezer in case that person comes around again.
Yeah. So I saw my really good friend today. We went for a walk and we had a good catch up. And she told me that this is the funniest story ever. She said, oh, I heard your podcast to talk about, when people give you shit that you don't want.
Yeah. Oh, very often.
And her husband's mum does exactly that. So
Really?
she'll ring up and go, oh my God, I've got this beautiful rug, this blue rug, right? I'll bring it round when I next come round. And like my friend's like, well, nothing's blue in the house, so probably not.
Yeah.
No, I'll bring it round. You'll love it, right?
And you think they'll forget, don't you?
You think, well, you hope they do. They come round with this massive rug. Oh, it'll look great in here. And my friend's like, no, it won't. And then they leave it. So then you have to get rid of it then. It's up to you.
Or but do you have to
get rid
keep
of
it so that when they come round, they go, oh, how's that blue rug? And you're like, I'm just storing it at the moment.
Yeah, there are a few things that I have here just in case.
know.
But anyway, the funniest thing happened. My friend said to her husband, look, your mum keeps bringing shit round and we keep having to get rid of it, right? Just tell your mum straight that we don't want... No more shit.
Enough
just,
of the shit.
Just nothing,
Yeah.
right? You know what he did?
Go on.
Typical bloke. Mum and dad come round. He goes, oh, by the way, my wife says don't bring round any more shit.
Boom. Literally said it.
She said I could have died.
Sends an email. workwifebalancepod@gmail.com.
I've seen a couple of things that I want to talk to you about.
All right.
These are right up your street. By the way,
What?
thanks for the questions. We love them.
Yeah.
We'll do some more. This is one of your favourite DJ/presenters, Annie Mac, who doesn't do Radio 1 anymore, but she's doing other things. She's launching a club night, okay,
All right.
which ends at midnight. She says it's for
Right.
people who need sleep. So normally, if they start at 10, they finish
Yeah,
at
yeah.
like 4, 5
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah,
or
yeah.
through the night
Yeah.
even. But she's starting one that starts at 7 and ends at midnight.
For people that like sleep.
It literally says for people who can't afford sleepless
You know
nights.
what? This is the funny thing. I probably have more friends now who would go to that club
Yeah.
rather than an actual club. Is that's just a sign of how old you're getting?
Do you remember we went for dinner the other day? And I mean, it's been a hell of a long week.
Yeah.
And we went out for our drinks. We got home and we were just like,
I think it was like 10:30.
it's like 10:30, which for us is very early.
We were like, do you want to go to a bar? Hoping you'd say no. And you went, oh, we can do.
I
if you
can,
want.
but do you know what?
But, or do you want to just go home and get a hot water bottle and watch Friends?
And you're like,
yeah,
yes.
let's do that. Let's do that. It's like when you make plans with friends, right? Sometimes,
Yeah.
and you just had a really long week.
It
And
gets to the day, doesn't
deep down
it?
inside, you just kind of hoping they might cancel.
You send that message, you go, you don't have to, if you don't need to
Do you
come
still
tonight,
want to?
don't
Do you
worry.
still want to meet tonight?
But don't worry if you don't want to.
And then when they say, oh, actually, yeah, let's rearrange for next week. And you're like, yes! Get the wine out, baths running. Sex in the City on.
This is a stupid story that I thought was an April Fool's, but it was out before April Fool's Day. You know the Hoover company, Dyson?
Yeah.
Right? They've got headphones, like your normal over-ear headphones, like what we have now.
Yeah.
And then they've stuck on like a mask that has an air purifier in it. Like, I get
Like Darth Vader.
Like Darth Vader. Exactly like Darth Vader. So, if, you know, you can listen to your music and sit on the tube, but then if someone next to you is probably hearing you go...
Air purifier. Yeah.
It's just so odd.
And have you got a picture?
Yeah, I'll show you
me.
this now and
Show
you
us.
will be amazed.
That's involved. That's really big. That covers the whole of your nose and mouth.
Air compressors in the ear cups drive purified air to the wearer's mouth.
Guaranteed to make you look like a knob. Now, you told me something interesting the other day.
I mean, so many things it could be, so
No,
you have to narrow it down.
that's why it's kind of stuck in my head, because you don't say many.
So it's the one thing. It's the one thing. Go on then.
You said that the most listened to episode of season 1 and 2 so far, are you ready, Dad? Is the episode with G-Dog.
The Podfather episode.
The Podfather
The finale of
That's
season
the
1.
most listened to out of them all. So it got me thinking, right? Because we're probably coming to an end of this season, right?
Probably. You don't know, do you?
No
You don't know what
way.
episode
It carries
we're
on every week. And I kind of thought, you know, why don't we put it out to the public? I think we should ask people what they want to hear in
But
season
they'll just say
3.
They'll just say Gary.
No, you can't just have more Gary,
Right.
What
like-
should we do? Think of like crazy ideas that we can do.
I like Q&A, but I want to do one in Bailey's shed. It'll be a
We
really short
literally
podcast.
spent loads of money on this studio.
I know, but that's
and now
why it's
you want to
funny.
go in Bailey's shed.
Yeah, I want to do it live from
Do you know what it's like in there?
Bailey's bungalow
I mean, it's fabulous for a rabbit.
for a rabbit.
But no, I would like to know what people want to hear in the next season. And we will have the Podfather, maybe even Judge Jane.
People need to speak.
Go on, Gaza, how do people get in touch then?
Don't forget, you can subscribe on Twitter, Insta, and send us an email. workwifebalancepod@gmail.com.
I went a bit northern
I like
then.
it. In touch.
In touch.
Say something else northern while we end this one.
Leave it there.
Leave what there?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
They call me the Podfather.
Are you tired of seeing your teen or young adult struggle on a path that clearly isn't the right fit? Is your teenager confused about which direction to take after high school? The future of work is changing rapidly, and our kids need to know all of the options available after high school so they're empowered to make the choice that is best for them. In each episode, we explore the latest trends that are shaping the opportunities of today and tomorrow. I'm your host, Betsy Jewell, and this is the High School Hamster Wheel Podcast.